You look at the frames and you look at the way that they were shooting it, it made however Boots decided this world was going to look like grounded. And that's pretty difficult. I think what it is it's just something you've never seen before. So maybe it seems surreal, but maybe it's also super real.
We had practical effects, so stuff was still organic. You know, even though we were doing things that were a skosh out of reality, like there's a sequence when the room is changing around us. Yeah. My point is that even in the filmmaking, there's convergence of just real life stuff, you know, everyone in it together making it work by hook or by crook, and also big ideas. And that's kind of what Boots Riley's specialty is.
That's who he is.
He's like one big real idea.
The main way it was able to work, I think, besides the visual things that we did, were the performances. Even though this movie hopefully will be hilarious, you know, these characters are serious people.
Everybody's character is so interestingly different that simply listening to your fellow castmate in the scene kind of takes you to you're jettisoned to like, oh yeah, they're in a different space. It's not a myopic, one man, one woman sort of performance.
A chance to do an independent film like this, that's something you've never seen before. It was enormously satisfying to just give yourself over to another person's vision. And that is a very satisfying thing for an actor, for what we do, because you really you immerse yourself in the Boots Riley world. What you get back is way more than what you get in the end of it.
Right, you get that freedom of like having parameters, but you can do whatever you want within those parameters.
I just remember I heard the keywords of like coke-fueled orgy, kind of a maniac and all that, and I was like, yeah, I'm in. That sounds good. But at the same time, it's a guy who doesn't consider himself like a fanciful, crazy character. He is 100% enmeshed in his own reality and believes that what he's doing is totally logical. And so the more illogical and crazy it is, the bigger a challenge it is to really sort of to take on that role and be like, no, this guy makes a lot of sense. And the only way a character like that who's so over the top works from an acting perspective is if you, who are playing the character, thinks he makes a lot of sense, which is a fun challenge.
It was a world unlike anything I'd ever seen before, so it was a fun place to play around. I feel like I can get out there and do anything I wanted to do. And Boots is such a gracious creator that he's just like, he allows us to have that play. To be a good director, you just have to know how to get people to do what you want them to do. And like, you know, you're speaking to a lot of egos, so you gotta learn how to, you know, manage, and you know, you're trying to guide a ship here, you know, and sometimes you deal with a lot of arrogant people because actors are really like full of themselves. They like to listen to themselves. I know I do. I'm talking now and I'm ejaculating.
The future is not that.
You were so disarming to me as a director because Boots, I remember we were playing a scene and one time he came in and he's like, I think it's good. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if it's good or not. That's what he said to us, and we were both like,
You don't know how insecure we actually are.
Yeah.
But it was so cool because at least for me, it was early enough in that I was like, oh, this person will always be honest. Yeah. This person is not going to mince words. This person is not protecting your ego because this person doesn't think there should be one in this space when we're all just trying to figure out what the best thing is.
From there, he's like, you know what, for this particular film with my vision, I would love it if, you know, maybe we could come to a happy medium on this part of your character that makes this kind of sense. And then you're like, yeah, then you don't feel judged, you feel free, you can go, you can do anything.
I originally argued against Tessa because I thought she was just, people would just see Tessa. We did a three-way Skype with Lakeith.
I was like, it gotta be her.
Yeah, with Lakeith.
He actually offered me the role like 2
years
ago.
The truth is, I wrote her a letter when I was a nobody that she didn't answer.
And then he asked me to audition.
But the point is, the reason she got the part is because she's awesome. And it got shown in this three-way Skype we did, and they just did a scene. And I was thinking, okay, there's no way this could really pan out but it was fire. And shut off the computer. I was like, okay, she's Detroit.